Hi, welcome back to the channel. Well, I've been asked for a build on the Torero XO because it's 50% off this week. And whilst I don't have a lot of time, I thought, why not show you the build that was already here in the Lamborghini Garage Tour? I haven't changed a car in here since then. I love this collection. And I love the scheme on this car, which is, of course, a real-world scheme. I rebuilt the car for 2024-25, and I was looking through, and as soon as I saw this one, I just knew I absolutely had to have it. Looks fantastic out here in the sunshine, so take a look now because it might be dark when I come back out. So yeah, I was asked, could we have a build for it? And I said yes, if I do the build that's already on it. So we're going to rattle through it quite fast. Yes, it involves a crew color, but there's another really good color if you can't do crew colors. Yes, it involves painting the stock wheels, but I think there's a really nice and in some ways slightly better choice if you don't want to paint or can't paint stock wheels. So let's just get on with it. Armor bulletproof tires, which lights you pick, performance all up to you. On the bumpers, the shapes here on the standard front bumper are in fact the best. I'm using standard carbon everywhere. I think forged carbon isn't really what's on the car, and I think it looks really blotchy in game. So stock front bumper, stock rear bumper. The shape's not quite the same, but it's not far off. It's not been messed about as much as a lot of these cars anyway. Canards on the front. Well, yes, it does do canards that we don't want. It also can block off various bits of the grille, like here. But I looked very carefully. All these parts on the car are open, so we simply want none for canards. For exhaust, I think there is a bit of a better option, which are these carbon performance exhausts. So you get 4 very big matte black exhausts. I'm insetting a picture here from a different coloured one, as there were no rear pictures of the one that I actually built. For the hood, we're going from here back. And these little vents here are pretty much perfect. They're what they're called vented. We do want one unbroken sort of black piece here. We can't get any more slats like we would like. I don't want the bit back here in carbon, but I have no choice. Carbon slat vented hood is the closest of the options. Okay, this is a quick edit after the fact. When I parked it, I realized that I didn't have my Lamborghini plate on here. You need a Lamborghini plate. And bullish is mine, so there we are. I think a yellow and black number plate works well. For the respray, so you have 2 choices. The first is to go into metallic racing green. I will not apply that to the car because I don't have the crew color set here and I'll mess everything up. So this is metallic racing green, and it's hopefully still got the moss brown pearl on. I mean, maybe the pearl is slightly strong for racing green. Perhaps the pearl could be toned just slightly down. But anyway, metallic racing green with a moss brown pearl or similar. I think that's pretty close. Or from gtacolors.com, not from me, is the code for Verde Hermes, if I'm saying that correctly. And again, with a moss brown pearl. Inside, the pearl's a bit strong. Outside seems to work really nicely. Either of those would do. I've got a classic black secondary. I'm not sure if it's doing anything on this car at all. And I don't use secondary for like a shiny black carbon because it picks up the pearlescent. So, but on the inside, I wanted that lovely rich color. So I've got a maple brown for the inside. For the roof, which is this bit here, I want carbon almost to the front. Well, I can't have that, but carbon roof is close. Skirts, stock skirts, this one line along here is perfect. Spoiler, correct is none, just to paint it all the way across. Active spoiler. But if you want attraction benefit, go carbon wing. It says anyway here that's attraction benefit. You have to watch Bruffy to see if that's true. I think that looks pretty good as well. So for the real sticklers among us though, nothing. Suspension, I reckon the sport suspension rather than competition, but there's not much in it. But sport suspension. For the trunk here, I do want this bit a bit lower. I do want the inlet along here. I don't want it in carbon, and I don't want it smooth, so you can see they're all worse. So we'll just go with the stock trunk. Vents here, the big side intakes, I want them in a black carbon, and so stock vents is perfect. Wheels, two choices. Number one, if you can paint stock wheels, do it. It's possible on console through a glitch I don't really know or understand, as I'm on PC. Videos are available on the internet, not from me. I do have guides on how to paint stock wheels on PC, which is really easy. They do come out a little bit darker than I would like. That's the one negative. Now, for an alternative, I want you to look at this shape here. How each one comes sort of down and makes this sort of shape. Well, if you nip into track and you go down to Superlux, that sort of shape is sort of replicated here. And whatever darkness is in the stock wheel is gone. So you get a much nicer bright gold wheel. And so I think that's an incredibly viable alternative. So paint stock or go gold Superlux. We just come to the windows, and of course the tints on these cars are really quite subtle. You could almost go none to show off the interior. However, given that there should be a lot of slats over here, I went for an average of a light smoke. That completes the build of the Torero XO, and of course this is a very fast, very fun car to drive around. It's something really good for your Lamborghini collection. So if you don't have one already, it's half price. If you don't have the money, I don't know, do a Cayo Perico or something, but get yourself one of these. Drives good, sounds good, looks awesome. Anyway, if you enjoyed this very quick build, then please do hit the like button. That'd be really appreciated. If you like real cars in GTA, then hopefully you can sub to me. But above all, and by the way, I think that's my favorite color in the whole garage. But above all, thank you so much for watching.